discussing some of the questions of intermittent fasting. Um, I, I, I unintentionally intermittent fast. We all do. Um, Sometimes you have to intermittent fast, um, and and it's proven to be very helpful for some people to do 12 and 12 or 16 and 8. Um, there are, 20 and 4s. Remember some of the greatest athletes that you have ever known. I mean, Herschel Walker ate one meal a day, but I wouldn't trust anything that fucking dude said. Um, I also, Bo Jackson ate one meal a day, and so I'm sure that cortisol being that high and that norepinephrine and epinephrine being through the roof, they really had to hammer down on the caloric intake in their 1 to 2 meals per day. So, um, yeah, the fasting is great. Anything that's going to put stress on your body that you're going to go ahead and help it recover, I think it's going to be pretty successful. But just remember, you're going to reduce leptin signaling in the adipose tissue. And if you're not on a tier 1 diet, then it's going to be fucking sounding off like an alarm bell on just pull over and just eat it fast food. Just do it. We don't care. We won't tell anybody. And that's basically what leptin signaling's reduction is. Sometimes it's so low that you can't even feel it, and you'll just eat whatever. It's like being super high or something like that. So, just know that coming from tier 3, tier 2 to a tier 1 diet, calories are going to be able to be easily maintained, and you don't always have to use the intermittent fasting option. However, like I said before, intermittent fasting is a stressor. Cortisol is high for long periods of time, and we definitely need more research on intermittent fasting, acute intermittent fasting, but our body's been doing it most of our existence, and I don't think as long as you're recovering from it, enough calories, enough protein, enough carbohydrates, and enough essential fats and fats that we discuss, then you're going to be fine. But just remember, you don't always have to use that as the protocol. So I'm kind of a 12 and 12 guy. I basically, my last meal is probably 7:45 to 8 o'clock at night. I go to bed about 9:30, and then I'm eating at about 9 or 10, and sometimes 11 the next day. So, and I do supplement with some glucose carbohydrates during my training. So which allows me to really utilize fast twitch muscle fiber in increments of full 10 and 15, sometimes 20-second increments in training or boxing if I'm sparring, or heavy squats or heavy deadlifts. And people don't realize a heavy deadlift sometimes can take some time to get up and set back down carefully. But yeah, controlling your calories through an intermittent option is going to be something that you can always practice and always utilize, and it's not bad for you. It's just there's just not enough acute research to state whether cortisol and norepinephrine and all that shit that's up, is it worse on you? So I think you kind of have to do. The whole point of me doing this YouTube channel was do the shit yourself. Like, figure it out yourself. Read the guys who have done the research, and then look at them. If they're fat pieces of shit, then I probably wouldn't take them too seriously. But I would just do the study. That's what I loved about Copo and half the guys that used to study, they just did it themselves. So I want to implore you to do the same. It's imperative that not only we understand what we're we're doing, but that we can also, explain it to our, kid who's in kindergarten, first grade, or second grade, and if they can't understand it, then how the fuck are you going to teach people in the gym? So, hope that helps. Have a good night.